Alright, we'll roll up to the TP in a second. I'm kind of far away. I'm going to shoot it first. I mean, I even have a picture of someone saying there's technology on that TP. You can only see in the video. And that's what people don't understand. We're so simple. You guys, we gotta not be simple. I'm including myself, okay? Because I can think like my normal self and I can think like Colorado Bigfoot. And when I think like my Colorado Bigfoot, which is mostly how I'm thinking always, you know, I can look back at regular Mark Abell and be like, man, you are just too simple. I just want to see a couple of these spots. Man, we got some great timestamps. You guys, that vast video was just... Did you hear the excitement? You guys, I had to cut out the excitement. I literally had to cut out some of my excitement. I don't know if I was zapped, because I've been listening and I'm like, what is wrong with you? You would have thought I won like trillions of dollars, like $1 billion lottery. And I had to cut some of it out so I didn't seem too crazy. So there's the two sticks. They're still there like that. You know what else I noticed in the video? I didn't notice when I was there, but I noticed this thing was literally put up overnight. Remember, I only stopped here to show. I was going to show you this, because I've been waiting for the last TP, which is exactly the same size. In fact, I think this one's bigger, and the last one didn't have any grass on it. And I believe the other day you couldn't even see through, but now you can a little bit. The grass is actually starting to dry and fall off. But the one thing I did notice is there was no disturbances at all. Like if someone had done that, a person, they would have, to get that grass, you would have seen where their hands had you know, basically raked the dead grass into place, and there was just absolutely no humanness there. And I just find this spot amazing. So I don't mean to waste your time. I just want to do a couple shots on it again. Even that leaner, like you can't see it here, but there's like a little leaner on a stump right there that's behind those trees. And once I walked around this way, the leaner, it looked like a stump, but you could see it wasn't. It was like some little thing. You know, and you guys, believe me, I get it. I don't think every single picture is Bigfoot. I know there's pareidolia. Believe me, I'm an expert at this. I'll never show you anything that isn't them. Special Hill. Give me a second. Hey, it's going to be 70 here on Monday. I'm looking really forward to that, because this weather is fine for me. It's 50 and sunny. I love it. There's really no better temperature with the sun out here. If the sun's not out, it gets a little chilly. Hope everyone is hanging in there. I'm not going to talk about the coronavirus, just because I think we're all just, especially if you're on social media, just mentally drained over this whole thing. You know, just politics and Trump, and it just gets old. It really is. Anyway, you guys, you got to see some of the pictures. I haven't even posted the half of them of my last video and this special place that I found. It is, I mean, I've known about it a little bit. I've been filming them from the road there, and I was like, I got to go in there. And I finally did, and it's really good. So I'm actually going to go back and do something I don't do very often. Cindy. So let me explain, because I love this dude. He doesn't have a name yet. And I wouldn't just leave him out in the woods unless it was really important. Now, will they take this stuff? I don't know. I gotta be honest with you. I'll be surprised, because they're gonna do it just to show me. Like, I don't know if these are real Bigfoots and real, like, magical, like, beings. As you can see, one of the focuses of today will be this grid. I want to show you the grid. It's something I don't mention a lot because people just don't see it. They're not ready for this kind of stuff. But you'll notice that the grid is completely off the ground. And that's what they do with their ground structures a lot. In a lot of cases, they're not. But in some cases, especially when you find the grids, they're completely in a grid off the ground. It's impossible. It's like a magical work of art. It's amazing. So I'm gonna focus on that grid. I'm gonna leave GIFs. Something could happen. I'm gonna try to keep the video, you know, relatively just short, just like without, so you don't have to hear me just talking like this too much. And I'll go back. I'll give it like a day or two, because I don't want to ruin my bear. I love my bear. But it's one of the things, the reason I'm doing this clip, bear with me, is because the gifting thing has been just misconstrued and just misunderstood. And you know, we're just trying. What do we know? We're idiots. We're humans. We're just guessing, and by leaving apples or you know, cookies or you know. And most of the time, that, in my opinion, that's a waste of time. It's not something they need. We don't have any conflicting resources. But more of something that you care about. Like they seem to love pictures. One thing I didn't bring them today. Maybe I have one sticker. This sticker was in an envelope in between my seats. I have no idea who's it supposed to be. That might have been you, Brad Anderson. I'm not sure, but. He finally got his stickers. So here's a beautiful, I have another last sticker. Rita got the last one, but I just found this. And apparently I have a couple more coming in the mail that someone had. The guy that ordered them for me had found some extras. So I might give out a couple of those. So I think I'm gonna leave this, which I don't want to leave. These are things that I really don't want to leave. And that's my point. I'm gonna leave things that are, you know, from the heart. Things that they hopefully know that this is my last one, you know what I mean? But that's pretty cool. I think they're gonna take this. They usually take this. I don't know. I got to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous about whether they're going to take it or not. But I'll be completely honest with you. Of course, we go back. It's all there. I'll show you. It's all there because you know I have it other places where they will always take it. You know, those places are far, 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 you know, away from people. These places are a little bit closer to where people are. Not really many, but people that will pass by, and you know, there is people, bicycles, occasionally, things like that. Even on this road, there's a lot of bicycles. So let's just see what happens. I just don't, you know, I think other people fake their giftings and stuff like that. You know, I would never ever do that. I think it's very important. It's just as important if they don't take it here. You know, why do they not take it here, but yet they'll take it in 2 seconds? You know, at Bigfoot Universe, where this all started for me. You know, so we'll have to see. It's interesting. And what does it mean if they don't? I don't know. You know, you have to kind of guess. Like, it's probably just giving me that extra little bit of evidence that they don't want me to have. Like, they want me to come visit and show the structures, but they're not going to. You know, it's not a circus to them. They're not going to be doing parlor tricks, you know, and making it too blatant. It's national. You have to remember, it's national security for them. They have little babies and stuff like that. So this is a very special place that I'm in right now. I mean, I'm talking right now, this second. This whole region is just. I wish I could show you how I see it all. You know, after being here for 5 years, I don't even see anything the way they want us to see it anymore. I only see them. So give me a second. I want to roll up on that teepee really quick because I'm getting lots of timestamps on the teepee. Hey, you guys. I made it. Okay. I feel ridiculous. I feel like, I don't really, but a little bit funny. I feel like if a person saw me, I think I would be embarrassed. Because, you know, they don't understand this. Guys, this is all structures here. So this secret place is amazing. I think they're right there. I am immediately lit up. So whether they'll take this stuff or not, I really don't know. But I really want to go over this grid with you. Right here, you guys got to see this grid. The timestamps on the grid are amazing. See how everything's off the ground? This isn't the one. This is the beginning. This is the X. So there's a symmetrical X right there. It's actually not that one and this one. It's looking this way. And then that's connected to this entire grid back here. It's amazing. And you can't really get back here. All right, we'll do some zooms and stuff in a second. Let me leave them some gifts. Kelly, I also brought a couple of yours too, that you gave me like a year ago. Give me a sec. What do you think, buddy? Am I crazy? Nope. You guys, I was standing. Remember, you just seen the video. You have no idea what I went through here the other day. You just see, that's all you see. You see like a small, tiny percentage of what I do. I can't film everything, you know, it's impossible to have the camera on all the time. So I know exactly what's going on here. I've seen things here, like I know there's so many things that I don't talk about. Why? Because humans don't let me. That's why. Oh my God, did they put up another one? Since the other day? You guys, I don't want to say anything till I get there, but it looks like they just built a brand new structure. I gotta find a place that no one's gonna find my thing. They've got to be like, what the heck is he doing? Where's that grid? We'll do the grid on the way back, possibly. So in there is actually, believe it or not, one of the more special places around here. See how it's all structured in there? And it's so safe because there's a river on the other side. And then there's a mountain inside of that. It's just a great place. Look where they block it. Look at this. I actually came out with the battery that's in this is dead. So I want to do a battery change. Oh my God. You guys, they wouldn't have done this. I can't believe it. You guys, I'll put my face on so you believe me. Wait till I show you this. I gotta get rid of this dude. I gotta find a spot. I also have Nancy's rock and a couple rocks from Kelly. You guys, I can't believe it. You gotta understand, this is a huge sign. It's huge. They would never have just done this for no reason. Let me show you. I even have this documented. I think I'll have video that you'll be able to tell. I'll tell you why. I'll show you why. First of all, this has all gotten disturbed since I was here. Right here. And this. Oh yeah, they did. I can't believe it. Look. All right, so I was showing you this. I showed you from this angle. And I think at the end of the video, I was over there shooting it this way on the way back. And you'll be able to look in the background, I think, in those shots and see that that was not there. I know that was not there. I would have filmed it. I was right here. You don't even have to look because you'll know. I mean, I was looking at this. Of course, I would have went right to there. I need as much as I can on these videos, and I would have went right to that structure. They did that since I was here. And so I'm going to leave him right there. The problem is, I don't want anyone to... I don't think any person's ever been here before. I mean, probably at some point in the world, but I mean, no one's going to walk back here, but I just want my gifts to be 100%. You know what I mean? I want to put it in the right spot. I think that grid's right there. Look at this. Oh, they came all through here. You guys, this was done since I was here 2 days ago. Let me change my battery. Look at the two rocks brought in too. All right. Look, there's two again, just like the two that I found next to the teepee, except, you know, a little different, but same thing. You guys, I swear to God to you, this was all done right here. Look how they brought it all in here. I was just here 2 days ago. Now, if this is on the video, which I don't think so, because I can see how everything has just been moved. But if like that's on the video, then I was zapped out of my brain. So either way, this is a great thing. I know it wasn't here. I walked right through here. Look, isn't that amazing? That's where the X starts. Right here, and then all of this starts. You guys have to understand, the trees, if they fall over, they fall over. They don't do that. There's that big bend I showed you. And the whole purpose of this really is just to leave these gifts. And we're gonna take a look at some of the stuff that we didn't see last time. I could not come back here. Especially this time of year, I would have been in a new place probably, but because of the virus, I'm able to revisit these places, and I'm glad because, yes, look at that. Triangle, and there's a bend next to it. They did this since I was here. So I think to leave the gift here would be the best bet. Let's leave it right here. What do you think? This way they can be on their grid. There's no tricks. Oh, he got all kinds of fuzzies on him. Oh my God. That's okay, Cindy, don't worry, I'll take all the fuzzies off. What a bummer. Now you know what my day's like, buddy. Yes, I am talking to a stuffed animal. Let's leave the purple ears in because I don't want anyone to see them. Like I said, I don't think people could get to where I am, but just in case. I mean, they could get here, I'm here, but they won't get here, so I'm saying it's too hard to get to where I am. Look, they just did this. I would have filmed it. I walked over there to film the bend and I filmed some stuff right there because there was nothing going on here. Look, new dirt. I told you guys the dirt is them. I don't know why people have such a hard time with their own brain. It doesn't, I mean, I have a hard time with it too, but you know what I mean? Look, it's on top of the stick. Does that help you? Brand new dirt, really brand new dirt. There's no holes. It's not, you can think of anything you want in your brain, but you're wrong, okay? It's nothing that fits into your human thinking. I find it every single year only at this time for the next month or so. So maybe 2, I'll find this brand new dirt. Which look, this was just laid in. That was just laid in the dirt. I can't understand the dirt. Oh, let me give them their gifts. So I got Kelly's, Nancy's been dying. Whoa. God. Sorry. I got a stick that went right up my leg, inside my pant leg, and almost freaking broke my leg. Oh, I heard that. Okay, so Nancy's she's like, did you see the face on it? It looks like a Bigfoot face. It kind of does. It's kind of a cool rock. So I'm going to leave this as well. And Kelly, what happened was, Kelly, you sent me that box of all those shells and stuff. And I thought it was my other box with all my crystals, and I wanted to take the crystals. But I took yours by accident, so I took a piece of quartz from yours and just a regular seashell. And we're going to leave those there, and then we're going to leave this here. They'll love that. They're going to love this because they like anything that has a face on it. This thing out. It's a whole structure. Uphill. And then, of course, you go over there, the probably, and those other ones are in there. That's not what Bigfoot does. I realize that they might do it, but it's not for them. That's the other thing. Just because you see a structure doesn't mean the beings that are there did it. He might have a friend of his help him. Just like you help your friends. There's trails all through this. Look, these are all uphill. Every single one. Being pushed right to their spots. One of those spots I was zooming on is right there. I think these guys like me. Look at this spot. And all this chaos, there is no underneath in there. You just stand here. There's your 2 leaners into the tree. And where that dog man dude was up there. It was I'm not gonna do it today, but one day I'll go all the way up there. He was up there. I filmed him from in there. Then I moved closer and he was completely gone. I have more of that footage. Maybe I'll put it in this one a little bit. I don't know why I cut it off. Like at the beginning, I think when I was zooming, I somehow cut it off. But there's more to when I first saw him. So if you want, I can put that in there. But at least the part got in where you're seeing him. So this is interesting. The thing is, I used to think this was the beginning. Oh, you have to go 2 miles. And you do in some places. But here, they're all standing on that grid down there. And that's where I want to go. Let's go to the grid. Look at that big teepee structure. There's another identical one 100 yards that way. Except the other one's a little bit more blatant. I don't get that one rock right there. Yep, they did it. There's no way that rock is up like that by itself. Look. It lays a rock just like that one laying down. They picked it up. Remember, this is where they live, right there. That's where you lose the common people. They can't understand. You're trying to tell me they live right there? It's like, doesn't that bother you guys too? How dumb people are? I can't, like when people, especially when someone's showing you the truth. You know, it's people are just crazy. It's amazing. But not about 99% of you. You're awesome. Why does that look like a face? Right there. Always a face. Oh, it just does it. No, it doesn't do it. Then if it does it, then it would be a house. It would be a school bus. It would be an airplane. It would be... It's not always a face on a rock. Here's one of their spots right here. It's one of their spots. They have them. 1, 2, 3, 4. I couldn't tell from down there. There was this little landing. That's where all the X's are, like the forked stuff. It's all right there. Those are the kind of places you want to zoom on because they just attach themselves. Check out where the gift is. So look, if you didn't believe me, okay, check it out. Check it out now. Look at right there. Break, right? And then look, there's your X. Right there. I barely saw it, and then underneath it is another blend. Marking their spot that I just told you was a spot, okay? Look at their fence on the ground. Only where they are will you see that. If you're asking yourself, well, if it's so great to zoom, why aren't you zooming? Because I can't. There's nothing. You can't. The camera's not going to zoom through. I'm better off doing it from down below. Ooh, there's a footprint. Look at that. It's an impression. Look at that impression. My foot is under the ground. It's a footprint when it was wet there. There's such a footprint. It's almost crazy. I think there's even toes. Until I ruined it, there was toes there. That's a little bit weird. X right there, another X. See, it's all coming this way from that grid. If you come straight up from the grid, you go through all that. You guys, let me show you something. Check this out, okay? I just want to back up some stuff. First of all, boom, see? Look at the bends. I should say arch. Right? Look over there. There's nothing on the ground. If there was that many sticks everywhere and it just nature did that, they'd be everywhere. They're nowhere except where they put them. I can't emphasize this enough, okay? There's the brand new X right there. The gifts are down there somewhere. I can't even see them from here. And then the grid is right on the other side. You come through, and then you got your first X. I mean, forget about whatever. There's other stuff on the way. But you got your first real X, another real X, and then another cool looking structure X right there. That's really cool. Triangle. Giant scale triangle. Again, in one of their spots. I'm not even trying to film them today. I'm really not. I just don't want to be respectful today because I think, you guys, look, do the math. You know, sometimes I'm like, is that for me? You know, it's like, but in that case, how could it not be? I'm the first one in the world to ever know they're here. I swear to God to you, I'm the first human being to know about this clan, that they existed, okay? Of course they're excited, and sometimes the most they can do is just something like that, to put an X up, because they know how intuitive, like they know I'm going to get it. Want to see the ultimate Bigfoot tree? Here you go, Brandon. This is for Brandon Bronzini. There it is. The ultimate Bigfoot tree. You don't know what a Bigfoot tree is? You haven't been watching enough videos. What the heck is that thing? That's a point of interest there. It seems like there's some entrances. I can't tell if they stop or not. If those are just shadows, it's a little too far. Still interesting, and it doesn't matter because, like I said, I told you the other day, it's not what you think. So, will they use cave entrances? Sure, but can they also do it without it? Absolutely. That's meaningless. We'll get there. We'll figure it out. One of us is going to figure it out. You know, it could be, you'd be surprised at how we might figure this out even via some accidents, you know, or mistakes that they make, things like that. That was taken out of there. No bears. There's no bears here yet. They're probably just coming out of hibernation. I cannot see, I told Slayer the other day, I'm like, I could film Bigfoot easier here than I can a bear. And I wasn't even kidding. Look at this. Look at the arch. It's all ground. Let's go film that grid. I want to go into the grid because I got timestamp city in that grid. And there was this one guy, who was that, Scott, that sent that to me? I can't remember. In Colorado Bigfoot, he sent it to me. And it was like, look, here we go. You guys, I get this all the time. Only in the special places do I see, I call it a walkway. Like a pathway, you see that? Look at it. They did this. I have, the most amazing one of these is on Predator Hill. That place I go every year. Up with Cali, it's way up there. Man, I gotta do some hikes before I do that hike because it's brutal. And they have that. They did that. This is special, this hill. I will be at the top of that hill one day, probably in a week or two, it looks like. Maybe less, because even after Monday, should put a big dent into it. It's going to be sunny and 70, which is the same as probably 85, 80, something like that, and sunny where you live. If you don't live up here, because the sun is just, remember, I'm 7,000 feet closer to it than you. And it's, oh man, is it beautiful. It's like 55 right now. I'm sweating because of that sun. It's so beautiful. Remember, I told this before, I'm allowed to brag about Colorado. Why? Because I'm from New Jersey. If I grew up here, I'd be like, oh, he just thinks Colorado's the best. And it's like, no, I don't. I think everywhere is special. I love everywhere. Every state has its own, its own thing. Here's the mountains and beauty, and most of the West is like that. And then you got, if you go to a place like Milwaukee, it's like, I don't want to go to Wisconsin, but I don't know, to me, Milwaukee is my whole childhood. That's the Fonz, that's Laverne and Shirley, that's Happy Days. Any place, every place is special in some way or another. What is that? Is it a bush or is that a little dark? Really hard to hold that. Oh man, that's too hard. People are like, how's the tinnitus? I'm like, oh man, it doesn't change. What it is I'm just learning to cope. It was either, it's either commit suicide or you learn to deal with it. And I'm just learning to, the trick is just to try to stay focused, to talk. You guys think I talk a lot, but you don't know what's going on. Like between ADD and tinnitus, I do pretty good considering, you guys. I suffer on scales that I can't even explain to you. But the way I do it is I suffer nothing compared to what some people are going through. And this is how I do it. This is how I get through my tough times. Is I remember, in this I know a lot of people. And there's always somebody, that's either dying or, I want you guys to pray for Mel's brother. My buddy Mel in Australia, her brother is, we don't know yet, but he just went in for blood work and stuff. He's not feeling well. So we're just hoping that this is nothing serious for her. It's her last living sibling. And Mel's she's way younger than me. So hopefully that's okay, Melanie. Yeah, I walked right through here. Right from that X, and it wasn't there. Like I said, if I filmed that, which is even better, that means they definitely got me. People were like, were you zapped? I'm like, I don't know, I was too happy not to be. Yeah, I came right through here exactly. There's a perch, and there's an X on the perch. He was sitting right there. the gifts would still be there, but let's just look at them. Give me a sec. I told them, you know, does this matter? I don't know, but I do it anyway. So I told them, I have to say that because otherwise people are like, what do you mean? They speak English? It's like, one of these days, I'm just gonna lose it. I can't take it anymore. Check this out, never saw that either. This is right behind the X. The first X. That's right there. It's like a triangle X. It's actually field gold into a trident. And then they're using a trident itself for the X. People don't look. Nobody notices. So I'm not going to say it as much anymore. There is people that know everything. And it's kind of who I do this for. This isn't Bigfoot 101. This is advanced Sasquatch. We're the furthest along of anybody. And the people that want to claim that they do the same thing just copied us. So there's nobody that can really say anything at all, because we put this all on the map, and I'm very proud of it. And I don't care. Let these people, they just want to be special. This gives them meaning, and it does for me too. But you know, they'll do it at the cost of friendships and, you know, being selfish, and I'll never do that. Okay, so it's still there. Let's go check out this grid. Looks like the sticker's there. Yeah, the sticker's still there. All right, because that would be a world record if they did it that fast. I don't know how they could have, because that wasn't there. Look at this side structure. I'm telling you, I would have filmed it. I promise. They did that. This is really good to me. Look, just think about it. This is where you're going to use your common sense. I was just here. I freak out the whole time I'm here of excitement. They must have felt my excitement. There's no way. If not, I was expressing it. So they had to have, right? I leave, I come back, and this is like that. You can see where they were picked up off the ground. And then look even behind the two. And you'll see there's they put something with 3 behind it, like a trident. To me, this is telling me that, look, make up what you want about what they're telling me, but to me, this is telling me that it's okay to be here. This is big. Because they know this is a little bit hard to read, and I probably wouldn't come back too many times, which is not true, because I'm going to come back here. This is very special to me. Not visually, but I think these are the good ones. And then when I saw that walkway, believe it or not, the two that were just at the top up there, it's very special. You got to trust me on that one. Ow. Look. So I missed, I'll show you the picture, I'll put it in here, but I missed it somehow. They have this open grid, and it's all squared and boxed, and it's back there, but it's almost impossible to get there. I'm running this for timestamps right now, so if you're bored, just look carefully. Look really carefully, and remember, I know things, and things happen. So if I tell you to look carefully. Hold on a second. One of their spots right there. Well, don't do it yet, because I can't get as close as that spot as I want. He's literally there in one of his clouds. Look right here. Remember, everything's off the ground. Do you see? None of these trees are on the ground. Even here, X on the ground. But the grid is amazing. Give me a sec. I got one spot to zoom in here that I didn't notice before. It's so blatant. The way they do this is just... That's the Dogman's area up there. I mean, I don't know if he was, but he had ears. Big ears that go straight up. I'm sure they're being careful too with the camera. It's what hurts me. It's the catch-22 in this, is the camera. If you just did this, I know people. If you just did this solely without documenting it, just document it in your head. Don't ever even post one picture on Facebook. You'll get the furthest. They know everything about you. I don't know how they know it, but they know everything from your brain. It's the only way I can understand it. All right, so let's go see this grid. Look carefully at everything in here. It's absolutely amazing. See? That is too good. I'm standing in the middle of another world. Why can't people understand that? Because your government, because the news that you watch that lies right in front of your face about our president every single day. You believe that it's not. First of all, it's not the news. It's the governments of the world have some kind of united rule on this. This is global. That definitely wasn't moved when I was here last time. Could be a bear out, but they do this too. I don't think there's any bears out here yet. Maybe. Yeah. Well, everything has been built. Let me see if I can't get in there. Okay, well I did it to myself. I got stuck in here and I can't get back to the grid. So I'll just show you the picture. I think you can pretty much get the idea from the picture. But when I put it in here, notice really look at the picture and notice how it's all off the ground. It's amazing. All of this is connected to it. And it's all structures in here. But they've made it so it's like impossible. And in there is all open, but you can't get to the open. The whistling is just, it's not a nervous habit, it's just to constantly, I want them to always know, even though they know, like, that I'm here for them. It's not, I'm not snooping, I'm not trying to sneak. You know, I was gonna leave an audio with the GIFs, but I thought that might ruin it. So I think it's better, believe it or not, to simply just leave an audio. So my next step, so I'll check the GIFs. How they block this? I'll check the GIFs whether they're there or not. I'll take them if they're there, and I'll leave look how it's field gold. I'm gonna leave an audio, but I'm gonna hold it up in the air. There's a bird right there, stalking me. I can't even see him. He's right there. Not making a noise either. Is he watching me? What's that in the tree behind him? What's up, buddy? Great, now I'm stuck. Give me a sec. Before we go in there, let's just check this one spot. Right there. See the X? Look at that. I couldn't see it until I got on the camera. There's a white X back there. That's one of the first spots you go through. It's actually the second one. They have these checkpoints. I'm going to walk up there. You can see it actually gets steeper than you think. And it just keeps going. And it doesn't end right there. You just can't see it. It flattens, then it goes back up again. So I'll be doing that soon. Just in waiting. This is excellent for waiting stuff, you guys. This is really good. You got to trust me. This is really good. Here. This is in front of the grid. Look how everything's just there's new sticks everywhere. Give me a second. Ow. Look. So I missed. I'll show you the picture. I'll put it in here. But I missed it somehow. They have this open grid and it's all squared and boxed. And it's back there. But it's almost impossible to get there. One of their spots right there. Well, don't do it yet because I can't get as close as that spot as I want. He's literally there in one of his clouds. Look right here. Remember, everything's off the ground. Do you see? None of these trees are on the ground. Even here, X on the ground. But the grid is amazing. Give me a sec. Okay, well I did it to myself. I got stuck in here and I can't get back to the grid. So I'll just show you the picture. I think you can pretty much get the idea from the picture. But when I put it in here, notice the, really look at the picture and notice how it's all off the ground. It's amazing. All of this is connected to it. And it's all structures in here. But they've made it so it's like impossible. And in there is all open, but you can't get to the open. The whistling is just, it's not a nervous habit, it's just to constantly, I want them to always know, even though they know, like, that I'm here for them. It's not, I'm not snooping, I'm not trying to sneak. You know, I was gonna leave an audio with the GIFs, but I thought that might ruin it. So I think it's better, believe it or not, to simply just leave an audio. So my next step, so I'll check the GIFs. How they block this? I'll check the GIFs whether they're there or not. I'll take them if they're there, and I'll leave look how it's field gold. I'm gonna leave an audio, but I'm gonna hold it up in the air. There's a bird right there, stalking me. I can't even see him. He's right there. Not making a noise either. Is he watching me? What's that in the tree behind him? What's up, buddy? Great, now I'm stuck. Give me a sec. Crazy, I see them here. This is the third time I've seen them here with my eyes. I can't see it now, hold on. They have to be doing it on purpose. There's no way I could have, that they made, that happens, but it's like 1 in 100, not, I'm making that number up, not 3 times in 2 times. They were right, he was right there. I literally watched him look at me and then move back into place, and it's so far with your eyes. Check this one spot too. That's where they are. That's just 100 yards. It's 200 yards to the right of where I filmed the Dogman the other day. Blatant. Let's go in here. I know it's not pretty, but see how they're doing it here too? There's your X. This is crazy. See how everything's off the ground? They'll put a base down. Even the base is off the ground. I don't know why. I've tried to think about why they keep some of the ground grids off the ground. Not some, all of them. If it's a grid, it's off the ground typically. This place, I know I'm a little too excited for what I've been showing you. Look, here's more dirt. Just dumped right back here. Look. It was just dumped. If you don't believe me, look. It's on top of everything. Look. See? This dirt is being dumped by Sasquatch or friends. Okay? You can argue with your own brain all you want, but I see it too much. There's more dirt just dumped on the wood. Places to walk through. That's all disturbed. In the middle of this. This should not be disturbed. Where's that white X? Wait a sec. After I got through, there's no doubt that is put to keep anybody or anything at all, anything from going that way. I don't even know if a mountain lion would go through that. He could, but he'd probably just walk around it. Which is a great example of humans. We can climb or do anything, but we don't. You typically, right? Especially if you're out by yourself, you're gonna take the safety route. Look, here we go. all of this starts it. I wasn't as close as I thought, but I am pretty close to getting back to where I parked. Here. It's all completely blocked. Tom, here's where you filmed. Or I filmed it, but you found them. That day I had nothing going on. I was in the car. Look at the sticks, you guys. Notice how almost all of them are off the ground. Blatant. Look at that. Look at the bends underneath. They're literally holding it in place. I mean, if that's not amazing, I don't know what is. Here's the big X right here. I'm seeing it from the side. They were right here. Dirt with no explanation. Trails that go in and out of here. I don't mean in and out, but in, like weaving it in and around. No scat either. It's not game. They blocked there as well. And I filmed over that from the car. Look, see how it's all off the ground. This isn't even the one I wanted to show you off the ground. And there's the X. And all of this I just walked is all connected. You could not get another half a mile that way without following connected structures. And to me, that's amazing. Again, how many times today by accident did I show you an X with brakes next to it, right? There's your brake. Every single time. Same thing. Proved in a court of law 1,000 times over if I wanted to. Like I would never, they could never, if they threw me out of court, then you know for sure. You have to understand the reasons for them hiding this from you are catastrophic. Okay? You're not thinking about the crash of religion, the crash of the economy, and all the other secrets that they don't want these guys to tell us. There's that pile of stuff right there. Is that poop? What is that? A nest? It looks like a nest to me. It's like topsoil. Look. X. X. Weird. Sickest X. That's has another one on the side of it. This one touches that X and makes an X. And they stand right in here. Like I was at my car from the dirt road, which is right there now. It's not a busy one or anything, but nevertheless, you can drive on it. And I was noticing the structures on the other side of the road. And looked in, sure enough, there's the X. Sorry for the sure enoughs. Show enough. What was that movie? Remember that? What was that old movie? Someone always knows when I ask these questions. There's always one person. Remember that old school like movie, and the bad guy's name was Show Enough. It was like a dance. I can't remember. It was such a low budget movie. But look at this blockage. This is interesting, guys. Watch this. So in here, you can walk on. It's weird. I just heard something like it was walking, like it moved. Right? You can walk in here. Sorry, something just happened to me. I swear something's right here. There's another one of those things, even way down here. Zoom on, I don't think I did zoom on that one yet. In the 2 times I was here. No, because I'm too close to the car. I was filming the other ones. Anyway, there's noises going on right now. I can't explain it. When I can't explain it, it's them. everywhere you look. Now, if you're new to this channel and you question any of this, go in your woods and film what I just did. You won't be able to. You must have different wind. Trident. Not only is it trident, but it's a field goal of trident. Oh, what the hell is that? I think you might be able to hear that if you have headsets. Sound like, oh, I didn't say anything, but one person said something to me. There was like a baby, like a kid, in my last video. You can hear it plain as day, and I didn't point it out because I wanted to see what people said. Look at that. It looks like a tree growing. It's not. And then here, look. As soon as you walk out of it, you can tell things walk in here. It's disturbed. It should look like this in here. Nothing. If nothing was in here, it would look like this. I need to explain this to you because your brains don't work properly sometimes. When it's like this, something walks in here, okay? And I mean all of our brains, you know what I mean? Like we don't think properly sometimes. Oh wow, I got a view of that from here. Who remembers me zooming on that at the beginning of the winter? The thing to the left is, I don't think it's a Bigfoot as much as it looks like it, but what is that? What is right there? The bottom black. Sorry, I can't get there. It's too hard. That's one of their spots right there. See the vein coming down on the rock? It's one of their entrances. See how the rock itself is like a face right there? I did a whole video on that place. But now there's never that black thing. I see the block to the left of the cave, but not the one that's down. And that's got me. Hopefully someone can freeze frame that. That's pretty cool. This, like I told you, it's this whole area that I'm in is all of them. It's all very special. I really need to emphasize this to you guys. You gotta believe me how special this is, and what this all really is beyond your comprehension. It's an amazing, amazing thing. Here's leaving. Do you believe in Bigfoot yet? Step. Left and right blockage. It's very interesting in there. I have only begun. Remember, I'm just doing the basics right out there. Like, wait till I get into some of their real stuff. That should be amazing. Once I really put the legwork in and get up there. Look at the path right in. There's a path. It goes right in there. Look. I'm telling you. And you'd never know it as a person. And that's what you see when you go back. Or not. Oh yeah, look on the corner. Look on the corner. Marking their whole area. That's amazing to me.